Check, check. 3 down, 3 down. Check, check. Lucky.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for Carolina. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, they'll throw. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson, 27 yards. And the Panthers will strike first here, this wild card matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point up and through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Second down at 5.
Check check three. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he has the first down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Go. Check safety. Under 10, 10.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Stewart. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing now, Stewart. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller there to make the grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just hold someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. He'll look to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And a line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Brian Burns in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Off the play fake, here's Cordell Stewart. Looking downfield for Godwin. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Going to go play action. Here's Stewart. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Three yards remain for second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They will throw on first down with Stewart. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Stewart sets to throw. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Stewart to throw it. Going deep this time for Miller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right, looking for the end zone. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by D.J. Moore. D.J. Moore, 26 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, Johnson. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
40 seconds to Mike.
Stewart. Looking downfield for Godwin. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers will take over here just shy of the 30. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
You got three down. Check.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 31.
Out of the gun now on third down. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check four. Check 53's Mike. Check 53.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wild Card bout. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch 18. 18's the Mike. Check 3.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The give is to Jones. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 50 51 yards. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second and 1. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Touchdown! Robbie Anderson. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
At the 32-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Dillon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
defense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off the play fake. Stewart looking downfield for Godwin. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Now Stewart on 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Stewart. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Jones will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll look to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. They'll go again to Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 79 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And some room to work. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
31's the mic. Rip left, rip left.
They'll set up a throw. Open man is Anderson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And some space here. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there from McCaffrey. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Second down, here's Stewart. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Quez Watkins, 75 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Hard 159 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
And that run right there, just what the doctor ordered.
You talk about putting it all together for your offense because no big run happens unless everyone does their job. And now you're thinking about ending the football game because you're in field goal range.
What a dandy this has been. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down, they'll have to throw it anyway.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So now it's 4th and short.
So after the penalty, that means there's a decision to be made. Do you still line up in field goal formation? Then maybe you think about running your offense back out on the field.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. Kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step closer.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel like envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me.